So, how do you handle it when people from your past try to come back into your life? Do you let them in? Fuck no. Fuck no. Even if they're sober. There is nothing wrong with having social media friendships with people that you were in active addiction with. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Being there virtually for each other, but I am not the type of person that if I put a pipe to my mouth with you that we're going to be friends in recovery. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. If I bought drugs from you or consumed drugs with you, we can't be friends, homie. Not in real life. We can big each other up all day long on social media, but there's just some people that I will never ever be able to fuck with, even if they're sober. And I don't think anyone should. To be quite fair, I don't think there is that's a recipe for disaster because and I tell people this all the time. So you have a bad day and your friend who's also in recovery is having a bad day and y'all are having a bad day together. Well, that bad day can be made better by relapsing. And I'm not putting myself in those situations. Fuck no. Fuck no. Oh, this is a good one. What do you do when recovery feels boring or uneventful compared to the chaos of addiction? And that happens for a lot of people. So for me, I had to carve out my own journey. For a lot of people, and for a long time, I was always preached to that recovery has to be complete abstinence. And that never worked for me ever. So instead of having substances be something to look forward to, because that's what I used when I was like, oh, I get paid. That's something I'm gonna look forward to is getting high when I get paid. Now it's because I always have money. There's not a day in my life that I don't have money. That's just how that's recovery. You have money now. So I can go get high every goddamn day if I wanted to, but I don't because I don't want to ruin my life. But I'm still fucking human. So I have things to look forward to. So I make things where, like, oh, we're going to go to a concert. And then I spend the next 6 months looking forward to it. Or, and if I feel like I need to do something where if I don't, I'm going to end up doing something stupid, get rid of the kids, get a couple drinks in you. Pookie smoke all the weed in the world, maybe even do a little mushroom trip if the time permits. Get rid of those kids and have a couple drinks, have a bonfire, get fucked up and drink in your fucking living room and dance by yourself. You can get fucked up, you can go to bed. I was in bed by 9 motherfucking 30 the last time I did that. I got rid of my kids after school and my mom took them and I was dancing and drinking by myself in my own living room and my friend came over and by 9:30 she was putting me to bed. So, as long as you have things to look forward to, it doesn't have to be substances, Pookie. You can smoke a lot of weed, you can have a couple drinks, and maybe go on a little mushroom trip if the day permits, but nothing crazy. And you have money now, so you can plan events like going to Toronto or whatever the fuck. I'm just talking about my own shit. But yeah, I plan things that I look forward to so I don't get that itch. Because I know we all get that itch where you're like, fuck, the streets are calling my name. Especially now that the weather's warmer. I know the streets are calling me, bitch. The smell of the hood at night, woo, Pookie, damn. So yeah, I may have to have a couple drinks so I don't smoke some fucking crack, and there's nothing wrong with that. Do your kids ask you about your past? No, not really. Not really. They ask questions about their dads. Um, like Emily always says, like, do you think if you and dad didn't end up on drugs that you guys would still be together? Answering questions like that's okay. I don't tell my kids like fucking weirdo shit from the past. I tell them things like that will be learning tools for them, but they don't need to know all weirdo fucking shit that I did. No, my kids don't ask me fucking weirdo shit like that because they know they don't want the answers to it. They're not stupid. They're 10 and 11 and they know what their mom was about. So no, they don't really ask questions about my past, but they do ask about their dads and their dad's behavior. And I have to be very careful because I don't want to um, poison their minds with the truth. I just say daddy was sick and we were both bad to each other, which is the truth. So, what does joy look like for you now? Anything that I can do for my children, all the small things having to do with my children, that's what brings me joy. The little things that everyday parents get to do that I never got to do because I was a degenerate parent. Going to basketball games and soccer games, and there's a million things that are just little that I relish in today because I never got to do those things. And that's why I try not to complain, and I try not to be tired, and I try not to be overstimulated. I try real fucking hard to be the best parent I can be, and I give apologies, and I teach lessons, and I educate, and I do all the things that I couldn't do, and all of that shit brings me joy. Also, making content, all this shit gives me it just brings me so much joy. It really, really fucking does.